Oh, it's all blurry. Welcome to the sauna. This is where I spend the majority of my evenings. It's Friday night. It's about 6 o'clock. I'm going to spend about 8 to 10 more minutes in here. I'm going to try and get 20 minutes in. And then Paige, myself, and my mom, we are going to see The Housemaid. I'm very excited. If you brought a Mike's Hard to the movie, that would be crazy. Where are you? Hi.
Wipe off your camera.
What?
Sydney, like, look, zoom out. Look at the difference, okay? This is dirty camera that apparently Sydney thinks is clean.
Is there a difference?
Revolutionary.
Movie time!
I'm not here to see you. I need to see my daughter.
Good morning, everybody. It is about 6:50 in the morning on Saturday. I have a little gingerbread blanket that Thomas got me. Thanks, Thomas. Coaching 3 classes this morning at my CrossFit gym. And then we have a nice big Saturday training session. This is my breakfast. Thomas, did you have fun today? Mm-hmm. Good. Fun?
Good day.
Yeah, it was hard.
Great work. That's one of my faves. It's 5:30. I didn't film much of us working out today because we kind of had a big group working out, but I'm just finishing up. Oh my God, why am I out of breath? We lifted, we did deadlifts, front squats, we did some CrossFit intervals, and then I just finished running on that guy. And then I'm gonna go home. That's my plan. This is very important. The door's stuck. Oh wait, never mind. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I am showered. I got the creamy. I'm gonna make some vanilla ice cream. It's about, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Wow. My plans for the evening consist of eating the Ninja Creamy ice cream and then stretching and going to bed. This is the ice cream that I prepped. It's literally just skim milk and then sugar-free, or I guess just like low-calorie vanilla Jello powder. Really want to add peanut butter to it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll decide once I have a taste of it. Paige, do you hit ice cream or light ice cream? Okay. Okay. Then you're just gonna take this guy and you kind of scrape it around. Hold on. And then we're gonna mix it again. Guys, look at how good this came out. I put raspberries on the top and then it's just vanilla on the bottom. Hi, how you doing?
Very sore.
She's crushing it. Here you go, Kenton. Hey. Nice work, Kenton. Hi, everybody. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram earlier this week, and I said that I would answer them here. So I made myself a peppermint tea. Number one, who is your current coach and where are you training? My current coaches are Richard Deschamps and Dave Spur. So I recently just switched over to living and training back home for the 2022, 2023, and 2024 CrossFit seasons. I have lived either in Massachusetts or in Nashville. I was training with CompTrain and then Proven, and I did have a different coach back then. I recently made the switch over and it has been the most positive experience I could have ever imagined. And I go to Undefeated Health and Performance. How do you treat your fatigue? It's more so not about how do you get rid of it, it's more for me like how do you manage it. So making sure that I get close to 8 hours of sleep every night. I do find that to be very challenging, you know, during the main part of the year, just because I do work as well. So sometimes I work early in the morning and late at night, and I do have a lot of other things that I want to get done. So I feel like trying to hit that 8 hours is super key. And if I can't hit the full 8, like say I'm at 7 or 7.5, my number one thing is I just try not to stress about it. I also try when I'm competing or leading up to a comp that becomes a non-negotiable. So I will work less in order to get to bed earlier, not have to wake up earlier in the morning, just make competing my priority. I also take a full rest day once a week, and sometimes depending on the season I'm in, I'm taking 2. Right now I'm taking 2 rest days a week, Thursday, Sunday. That helps a lot during the early parts of the season. And then once we get later on, probably like April, May, June, I'll probably be only down to 1, but still, regardless, it's a full day of rest at least once a week. Would you rather nap more or eat more? Eat more. Favorite workout or pre-competition song? Obsessed with Tate McRae. Just put on any one of her playlists from the Miss Possessive album and I'll be good to go. Favorite CrossFit memory would have to have been coming from this past season. And that would be at the TFX Invitational, my semifinal this year. I think that competition for me was just super emotional because I had missed the games to the 2 seasons prior to that. When I crossed the finish line on the last event and I had realized that I had done enough to make it back there, I just was super emotional, and I honestly, like, looking back on that, like, that has been by far my favorite memory so far in CrossFit. Just kind of, you know, all the work that you put in and all of the hard days that you go through, the hard years when you're not as successful as you want to be, but it was kind of that moment where everything comes together and you can be like really, really proud of sticking it through, staying focused, and we made it back. And I think the other really cool part was that was my 3rd weekend of competing in a row. So I did online semis the first week of May, or I'm not even too sure what month it was in. It might have been May. Then I went and competed in Indianapolis, tour stop 1 for World Fitness Project the 2nd weekend. And then I flew right to Oklahoma City for my semifinal. So I was competing. It was my 3rd week in a row. I was really tired, and Rich couldn't come with me. He had some stuff to do back home, and my parents weren't there, and it was just me. And I was like, guys, I got this. I can handle this. But it was a super strange feeling being there by myself, but it honestly was just like a business trip. I was like focused. I knew that I had everything in myself to punch my games ticket, and I kind of just went to work and I did it. And then the realization of, oh my gosh, Sid, you did it. You're going back. That by far, that was my favorite memory. And then getting to FaceTime everybody after I got out of drug testing. And yeah, that was the best. Where to start to get that good overhead mobility? Thank you so much for thinking I have good overhead mobility. I do not. When did you start CrossFit? I joined my first CrossFit gym in May of 2018, and my first open was 2019. So I've been doing CrossFit for 7.5 years, if you want to count 2018. So almost 8 years. What's an exercise you feel so good doing now, but was a mountain to climb to get there? When I first started CrossFit, I really struggled with snatching. I genuinely I couldn't snatch at all. It was so bad. Like my overhead mobility, it's still bad, but it was really bad. I couldn't squat snatch whatsoever. And I remember the first time I snatched 125 was like the best day of my entire life. So definitely snatching was that mountain to climb for me, but now that I figured it out, it's one of my best and favorite exercises. Do you do CrossFit for a living or do you have a job on the side? I do not do CrossFit for a living. I would love to, but I do have a job on the side. So I'm a personal trainer and a nutrition coach, and whatever money I make competing is just bonus. Do you have a strategy for Catan? Yes. And they're usually terrible because I never win. So sometimes I like to go for longest road. Sometimes I like to make a little circle all around one little resource and try and really capitalize on one thing. But I'm not really good at Catan, so I always lose. Don't take my advice. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again this week. I'm very excited to keep this channel going and to grow on here and make longer videos and content for you guys to watch. So thanks for coming along. Have a great rest of your evening, day, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys next time.